Stormwind is one of the original 4 boards. This is okay. You know what, dude? This board's actually pretty nice. I don't know if they got rid of it, but the Griffin here used to actually follow your mouse. I don't know if it does that anymore, but I'll tell you what, I really like clicking on this clock tower. It gets me going. I like the sign, how it goes back and forth. It looks really pleasant. Like it's just a nice board to look at. I actually think it's pretty great. Let me find it on this bitch. It's so small. What am I looking? I gotta look for the top right. What's in the top right? The house. All right, I'm gonna, you know what? This might be a spicer. I'm gonna put this in A. I think A is pretty safe here. What do you guys think? A is good? I think A is good. I think there's a couple S tier boards. We'll get to them, sirs. Yo, Karumba, thank you for the prime sub. I appreciate it. Okay, hold on. Let me continue. Next is Ogar. Okay, so this one has the catapult. This one has the catapult, and I'm gonna be honest. The catapult's kind of goated. That's in my opinion. Other than maybe getting like the boot, I think the catapult was the most fun. So I think it's a slight above the original Stormwind board, if I'm gonna be honest. Catapult was good, gate was good. I didn't like the balloon thing in the top right, or the top left. This one was okay too, but the catapult's so fucking good, man. It's so good. It's tough. It's really tough because there's some bangers on here. So I gotta make sure that we're not just doing this for fun. I think it's worse than the Stormwind one though. I think the Stormwind one is better. The Griffin following your mouse, again, I don't know if it still does that. I think it's, but the catapult's good. I'm gonna put an A. I'm putting an A. Put an A. All right, Pandaria. All right, this is, I'm gonna place this one first and then we'll discuss it. It's, gonna find the one with the thing in the top right. Hold on. It's so fucking tiny, man. Blind, I'm blind. Or am I? Does anyone see it? Does anyone see this, bitch? I might be blind. Oh, it's right here. This is an S tier. Okay. Reason this is S tier, if I'm going to be completely honest, is just because of the fact that you could grow the crops. And the crops, I'm going to be real with you, were the best part of my Hearthstone experience for a very long time, because while your opponent is doing absolutely nothing with their life, you're just hitting the crops, getting the boots and stuff. Also, this thing's fun to play with. This one looks very visually appealing. Like I think the color scheme here is very nice. Love the mist that this has going on. But most importantly, and this is very underrated, is the gong. The gong is amazing. The gong is phenomenal. I'm a big fan of the gong. I think it's really, really great. I'm a big fan. All right, this is the Stranglethorn one. This one had a lot of iffy on it. You could start a fire, which is cool. You can play with the rainbow. I like the little eyes that come out. You can knock the gem down. This one's kind of a certified classic too. This one's kind of a classic. I'm gonna be real with you guys. I'm a big fan of this one too. I'm gonna put this one in A. I don't think it's S tier, but I do think it's better than the Ogar board. Overall, it's fine. Nothing special. Also, to be fair, I feel like these 4 definitely get like a little bit of a pass because, you know, this is the OG boys. Like the OG boys, they've been in the game forever. Like it's nice to see them every once in a while. You know what I mean? All right, Naxxramas. Naxxramas was the first board introduced into the game. This one's okay. I really like the theme and the aesthetic of this one. I think I love the green mist. I think it looks spooky as hell. But the problem with this one is it doesn't have enough things to play with. And the things you can play with are not very satisfying. The only one that really sticks out to me here is the holding down the gem, which I don't really even know where that gem is from. So I'm going to be real with you. This one's probably going to be, in my opinion, like a C. I don't think it's very spicy. I think it could be so much better. But you know what? It was a good aesthetic for what the expansion was going for, or the adventure was going for. All right, goblins versus gnomes. Yeah, I'm gonna put this where it belongs before we even speak about it. I believe it's this one right here. Easy ass tier. This one had the rocket. This one had this thing. This one also had this thing that let the fireworks pop off. Amazing. The only thing I'm not a huge fan of this board is I think this yellow looks really awkward with all of like the mechanical stuff, but maybe was it really intentional because it makes the side things, it makes the side like toy things like pop out even more. I freaking love this board. This board's amazing. Okay, Blackrock also though, let me take a peek at Blackrock real fast. Blackrock was slightly boring, but again, the aesthetic here is really nice. But this one I guess was a little bit more, I might be biased here. I like this one more than Naxxramas, to be honest. I just can't, like, I think a lot of these boards are going to come down to what I can play with. And this one kind of sucked. I like this one. I like the pool. The pool is kind of fun. This one kind of sucked though. This one you just like popping the dragon eggs was fun. David, see, I just don't agree with that. I don't know. Like I'm not about it. I'll put a high B. I'll put a high B just for the aesthetic, but I'm not a huge fan of it. I think it could be better. Grand Tournament. All right, this one's actually fire. I'm gonna be honest. This one's sick. The clicking the target dummy and the target for your arrows unmatched in some ways. There are better clicking things, but God. Also, this is fun to click on these. You get to rotate the ham and you get to eat some stuff. Dude, I think this one's actually peak. You know, the more I look at it, the more I like it. Where is this thing? I think it's right here. I'm gonna put this in S. I think these are all goated. Dude, I loved the arrow thing trying to hit the bullseye and the target dummy. I think it's peak. I think it's amazing. Whew, okay. This is League of Explorers. This is League, right? It is. Oh, there's multiple League of Explorers. I was like, I thought the Sir Finley one was a good one. Okay, we'll do this one first. This one's weird because I think, again, it fits the aesthetic of the expansion, which they all do. I don't really have to talk about that, to be honest with you. But this one I think is going to be underrated because the coin here is pretty nice because you could keep on clicking the coin over and over again and it keeps going into like the quicksand pit. But other than that, what does this one really got going for it, dude? I don't know. Like, this thing's kind of fun in the bottom here, but if it wasn't for the coin, I don't think anyone's talking about it. I'm gonna put it in C, somewhere around next Ramus. I don't think this one's that spicy. Okay, this one's the other League of Explorers one. What did this have? This had the Sir Finley portrait in the top right's kind of goated. I'm gonna be real. That's kind of fun. That's kind of fun. The tomb here with the puzzle is kind of fun. The telescope extends. There's a roaring T-Rex. The globe is okay. I mean, it's not really bringing back happy memories. I don't really see this one too often. I gotta find this Sir Finley in the corner. I'm gonna put this one in C too. I don't think any of them are actually D because they're all like fine. Okay, Old Gods was a quick spicer on the Stormwind one. The Griffin's still there, and I believe it followed your mouse. I like the tentacles. That sounded weird. The tentacles really add a lot to the board, is what I meant to say. Okay, this is underrated, and I don't think we've actually really appreciated this. But I really like what's going on outside the board. I like how what is this, the cover is like kind of broken. There's like gel oozing out. Like, I think it adds a ton. I think it adds a ton to the aesthetic of this board. Also, this tentacle is kind of goated. I'm gonna be real. I don't know. It's not. The thing is that I feel like it's almost like a cop out though, because they just took an original board and just added stuff on top of it. I feel like they could have done more. I appreciate what they went for. I'm trying to find it here, by the way. I appreciate what they went for, but for me, it's just not it. Does anyone see the Onoro board or the Old Gods board? Is this it? No. Am I blind? Once again, I am blind. Is it even on here? First row, back to the fourth. Back to the fourth. Oh, well, no, that's not it. That's Rise of Shadows. That's Rise of Shadows. I don't think it's on here. I think I got griefed. I don't think it's on here. I think the guy forgot. It's all good. It's all good. Okay. I'd give it like a C because it's whatever. It's whatever. It's whatever. One Night in Kazan. God, One Night in Kazan is a nice one. I'm going to be real. It does have a lot. I like the potion thing in the bottom here. The pool's cool. The page thing's cool when it flies out. This thing's kind of whatever. I mean, you know, the more I think about it, the aesthetic is nice, but like it doesn't have a lot of clickable things that I want to click on other than maybe the poke. I guess the broom's kind of cool. Nah, that's like a C tier, bro. What does this have on the top right? It's the barrel. It's right there. I think it's a C tier. I think it's for the aesthetic. I think the Avenger ones kind of lack. I'm gonna be real because they have to focus on the one. Okay, Mean Streets is really interesting because Mean Streets, I think they had a harder task than usual because they kind of had to fit all of the tribes inside of the board, right? You have the Cabal, you have the Grimy Goons, and you have the Jade Lotus. I think that's really fun. And then you also have this, like, what is this thing again? I don't even know what this is. Like a grabber? Like it's like a chain grabber or like one of those toys, a hook to grab something out of the water. I think that's kind of fun. I think this board just looks really good for the expansion. I'm a big fan of this one, to be honest. Let me whip out I have an idea where I'm gonna put it though. The question is finding it. Am I blind? Is this it? No, this is it. Yeah, I'm gonna put in B. I think it's nice. I think it's definitely a nice one. Definitely on the better side. Okay, Onoro, we don't really have to speak about this. This is the best one in the game. The reason why this is the best one in the game, the board, I don't know why this isn't like a full picture. It's kind of pissing me off, if I'm gonna be honest, because we don't get to appreciate it. But the board in Onoro is unreal. It's unreal. It looks so good. Everything is just pure jungle-fied. Oh my God. And then you have the drums and the volcano erupts and you have the fucking eggs. Dude, it's goated. It's goated. It's the best. It's the best board in the game. Onoro is this expansion. Frozen Throne. Okay, hot take here, but I think Frozen Throne's one is kind of ass. I'm gonna be real. I think the Frozen Throne one is like a C tier. Dude, there's nothing to click on other than I guess like the breath from Sindragoza. But most importantly, like this is the Lich King expansion. I feel like they really dropped the ball on this one. Even though it is kind of frosty and you could definitely see some of like the snow oozing on the cover there. But I don't know, man. I feel like for this one, it could have been so much better. Could have been so much better. I'm not a huge fan of it. I think what really lowers this for me is just, I don't have any nostalgia for the Lich King. So as someone who doesn't really care about like the history of it, I feel like it's not nearly as good. I think there's better ones. I think they did a better job with the Mark to the Lich King one. Catacombs. What was clickable in Catacombs? There was like the hammer, kind of, the coins, the chest, this thing you can like bang it into the ground. This one kind of sucked, right? I don't know, man. Was this one good? Let me get a close up here. What have we got? The gel. I mean, again, it fits the aesthetic of the expansion. I think that's just the most important thing here. I'm kind of underwhelmed. Again, I feel like we could all make the case that they do a good job just like matching the expansion, but this one has like nothing to click on. So legitimately, I might put this in D. There's an explosion if you move the candle. All right, I'll put it in C. I don't even know that existed. If you move the candle. I haven't seen that one. All right, maybe it's underrated. I don't remember seeing that, so maybe I'm wrong. It's dark and lit up on lights on the board. What this? I think the aesthetic is nice. I like how the gold shimmers. Okay, I'm kind of about it. In hindsight. Witchwood. Why are these so far away? Like, we need to zoom in a little bit here. The tree's cool. I like the tree actually quite a bit. I do think the aesthetic on this one's sick. I like how the leaves are outside the board. This, the vibe here is nice. Did I give Nax a C? Okay, underrated thought process here. Because Witchwood is not the most popular expansion in the world, but I'm gonna give it a B. I actually think it's kind of nice. Where is this one, by the way? Did we forget this one too? Am I blind? I think he forgot this one too. Worst one? No shot. This is the worst one. Are you serious? You could like do stuff with the cauldron. I think he forgot this one though. Unless I'm blind. Do any of you guys see it? I think I'm blind. Patch now it's out. I'll get it after. No rush. The patch doesn't come out for another hour regardless. Right? Okay, I think he forgot this. I'd put this in B. I feel like you're rating them a bit high because they all have themes. I mean, they all have themes. So like, doesn't that cancel them out? But like, if the board doesn't match what the expansion's going for, isn't it already kind of like a failure? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Boomsday. All right. Again, this might be a hot take, but I actually think the Boomsday one's pretty shit. There's nothing really to click on. You're in an expansion, which I think there's so much potential. I'm gonna put that one in D. I think this one sucked. Again, nothing against the artists or anything, but like this one could have been way better designed. You have so much potential with something like that expansion, and that's how they did it. Not a fan. Okay. The arena for Ros Theon's Rumble really fits the vibe of the expansion. There's the drum again and the gate, and you have this which you can knock out his teeth, and you can play with the thing on the top right. Goated, bro. Goated. Not S tier. It's an easy A tier though, as soon as I find it. All right, Dalaran. Okay, Rise of Shadows. I don't really remember the Rise of Shadows one. What can you do here? You could turn the light on. I think you could like break this down. I think the carpet flies away and you can like shuffle the scrolls. I mean, the vibe's nice. I like the purple like shimmer, but I'm not a big fan of this one either. It doesn't resonate. No, I think it's pretty D. Actually, the carpet's kind of cool. A little bit there. Uldum got 2. All right, let's be real here. The foot thing's goated. So let me find the feet. The foot thing is cool because if you play it in the right sequence, you can actually hear the Savers of Uldum theme. It's actually just a really good board, but obviously the toes are sick because I used to like play music. I actually had an idea. Chat, that was like, how do I make a song from these feet and try to post a video on it? I thought it would be so cool. Couldn't do it. I'm not a musician, so I gave up on that dream, but it was cool for a little bit. All right, Uldum City. What did this one have? This one had this little thing, the door that opens up. I think a mummy pops out and goes like, hi. This one was kind of lame. This one's kind of lame. It's nice to look at though. This one turns on fire. Maybe I'm biased because I like Savers of Uldum a lot. But I don't know. That one's kind of whatever. Do I see it? I do. I'm gonna put it in like, I don't think it's anything special. Dragonflight. So this is Descent. Okay, again, I could be very wrong here, but let's be real here, dude. If you have an expansion called Descent of Dragons and you don't put a fucking dragon on the board, I think you misplayed. I think it's a skill diff. So this one kind of sucks in my opinion. I'm not a fan of this one at all. This one fits into like the overall arc of the story that they had, but dude, I don't know. I think in hindsight, it could have been infinitely better. I'm actually gonna put it in D, bro. Like, give me something better for dragons, man. Galakron's bones are in it. I mean, barely though. Like, what is that, dude? I would think like they had the griffin, right? Like, why wouldn't they put I don't know. I think the dragon would have been sick. I think having a dragon on that board would have been phenomenal. All right, Outlands. Outlands has the portal. It has this thing. I don't know what this thing is. It has the mushroom. Dude, see, this one has bad memories to me because I don't like Demon Hunter. And this is the expansion that Demon Hunter was released in. So do I really think that, no, this one sucked. I was trying to code my way through, but I think this one's so shit. Where is I'm looking for the dude or the portal. I'm going to put this one in D. I think this one sucked. I think this one, you might like this one a little bit more if you have nostalgia for this portal. The robot is a Fell Reaver. Oh, I didn't fucking know that. Was there even a Fell Reaver in Ashes? I don't think so, right? Okay, I think Skullmance's Academy board is very nice. It looks very good. I love how the light is hitting the board. That may be underrated, but it's cool because each side of the board looks different for lighting. This one's outside, so you see the sun. This one's like, I think this one's still outside, but it might be just inside because it's a bunch of books and shit. And then the staircase is dark and it glooms down. And then you have a door with the light coming from the window, dude. It's chef's kiss, dude. The stairs are amazing. I think this one's sick. Big fan of that one. Where's the stairs? I'm gonna put this one in A. I think it's sick. The only problem with this one is like, it doesn't have a ton of interactables, but it has enough. I do think, are you considering the music? No, I'm gonna be honest. I haven't played with music in Hearthstone in so long that I couldn't actually even discuss it. All right, Dark Moon Fair. I don't know. Did the carousel work? I think it did. This one's cool because like the minecart used to pop out of it. This one has a minecart. This one's very clickable. This one's clickable. I like the way it looks. I like how there's like confetti on the board too. It adds to it. I wish they put some on the side here. I'm gonna put an A. I think it's pretty great. I think it's a pretty good one. These don't have to be necessarily in order for the record. Barons can blow me, bro. I like the drums on the hut. That's the only thing that really comes to my mind. The bow is okay. What the fuck is this? I don't even remember what this is. This one's so lame in my opinion. I have no nostalgia for Barons either. So you know what, chat? I'm gonna be real with you guys. This one's not one of my favorites, and I don't think it necessarily deserves to be in the lowest tier, but I think it's gonna be a C tier as soon as I fucking find it. It's hiding from me. Where the hell is it? Barons. This is Festival. This is Baron. I'm putting fucking C. I just think it's lame. Also, to be fair, and I feel kind of bad, but I think the expansion definitely changes the bias towards the board because I think this one sucked. Stormwind. This is one of the few instances where I will say that the expansion does not affect this because most of you probably know this. I hated this expansion, despised it with all my heart. If I'm going to be real, I still think about it, but I have to give credit where credit's due here. This is a pretty nice board. Very colorful. I love the look of it. It's very pleasing on the eyes. I think they did a good job of showcasing Stormwind, even though like most of Stormwind looks pretty much the same. Love the gold coins here. There's the mailbox thing that's fun. There's the fountain. I think this one's fine. I think this one has enough things to do on it, and it looks visually appealing that I'll put it in B. I think it's good. I think it's good. Alterac Valley. This is the one I'm least familiar with because I did not really play during this expansion. I do like this though. I like the bow thing. What is this thing called, chat? The big bow? This one's fine. I think it's cool because it's like they have the Horde versus the Alliance thing. Catapult versus the Ballista. That's what it's called. Yeah. I think overall, this one's good. I also, okay, again, underrated aspect of a lot of these boards, but the lighting really adds to this because it feels like they're resting for the night and there's no fighting. And I really like it, to be honest. It looks visually appealing. Big fan of visually appealing stuff. I'm gonna put that in B. I just can't think of like anything that's clickable besides the catapult. I know you can click on stuff, but it's not satisfying. This thing's fun though. Okay, Sunken City. Before we even discuss it, I'm gonna be real with you. I think this one's amazing. I think it's really hard to make a board underwater, and that's what they went for, and it really worked for them because the cannon's fun. The seashell or oyster, whatever the fuck this is fun to click on. I just feel like they did a good job of adding what it would feel like to move these things underwater. Like the motion of it, I feel like that's extremely difficult, dude. There's also like the board looks really clean. I like how the outside of it has like coral and like you could see the shimmer of the water itself. I think it's very clean. I already rated it though. I think it's S tier. Okay, Nathria. I wish I kind of like Zoom in slightly. It's not like great though. I don't know. What do you guys think of Nathrios? Nathrios is okay. I like the aesthetic of it. I think it looks good. I do like the gargoyle. I like the meat that you can click. The you can shoot the gun, which is fun. You can open the door and it's a different thing, I believe, every single time. Is it a different thing? I don't think it is, but I think something happens, right? This is, I mean, you know what, dude? The more I think about it, there is a lot to do on this board. And it looks good. I really underrated again, maybe something you don't really pay attention to, but I love how the window, like the glass of the window is showing on the board. Dude, that is peak. That's the immersion I play Hearthstone for. That's the, you know what, dude? I'm gonna put this in. I think it's pretty good. I think they did a good job. Well, what the fuck? Mark's Lich King. Okay, now I talked about how Knights of the Frozen Throne I feel like is very underwhelming. The thing is, this one's kind of also underwhelming, but it does feel really good to break the ice of the entire board and then summon Frostmourne. That's actually really satisfying. But other than that, what is there to do? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like there's absolutely nothing. Again, I feel like they could do more. I just don't really know about like the lore of this expansion. I'm going to put in C. I feel like it could be better because I can't think of anything besides breaking the ice. Festival of Legends. Pretty close to Onoro, if I'm gonna be real. There's so much to do on this board. It's so fun. Looks good. They did the outside of the board, which is nice. The vibes here are unmatched. You can play with the guitar. You can play with the DJ thing. You can play the Murloc sound, play the piano, and there's multiple different, what is it in music? What is it called? Like, I want to say styles, but I want to like tone, frequency. Like you could do, they sound different when you click the button for the piano in this. So I think that's really cool. The drums are also super fun to play with. I know it's genre, but like, I feel like if a guitar sounds different, you don't go, that's a different genre. It's like a different word. Anyways, I understand what you guys are saying. Festival under Onoro is a crime. You were blinded by nostalgia. No, bro. In Onoro, you can erupt a volcano. You can't do that in fucking Festival. Like that's just, you're done. Like that's it. You're just done. Anyways, really good. Really good board. Really good board. Definitely easy S tier here. Titans. Visually, Titans looks really good. Visually, Titans looks really good. I don't know. I like the water though. The water's goated. Looks so. It looks. I want to bathe in the water. You know. I do like the fact that each side of this has like its own unique like ooze of it. Like the molten or whatever this is, and then the stone, and then it has the feathers from these trees. But like, there's nothing to do. Like, I guess you could click on this. That's kind of fun. This is kind of lame. I feel like there's a secret in Titans people haven't found yet. You know what I mean? If you click the globe, it'll make a star sky appear. It is clean though. I think it's clean. It's clean. It's a clean board. I don't think it's bad. I just think it's like, it's probably middle of the pack. It's around there. It's nice to look at. Okay. We don't have Showdown on this. Is Showdown even here? What is this? Oh, that's like a holiday one. Showdown isn't here. I don't think Showdown should be rated yet because it's like so fresh. Let's talk about these real fast. Wintertime, baby. I mean, winter's pretty poggers. They didn't change anything else though. They just made it a Christmas stack. I feel like you kind of get away with a lot if you want to make a Christmas themed board, right? And this time, instead of firing like cannonballs or whatever, like rocks, you fire snowballs, which I think is kind of cute. I mean, they did a good job. I think it's good. It's definitely not the worst board I've ever seen. Is it on this? It's this. I'll put it in. I think it's a good Christmas board. This one again. This one's fine. I mean, I'll just put them all in B for the sake of it. Unless there's some I'm missing here. Ooh, I'm gonna be honest. I don't remember this one at all. Wait, that's kind of sick. I like the way it looks. It's cool that they like. I don't remember this at all. But if they did update it for the Year of the Mammoth, I think that's really cool. And they should have carried on this tradition of like updating the old boards to be a part of the new one. It's in here. I just don't remember it. Out to the map, you could scroll with the mammoth symbol. I don't remember it. So I'm not going to rate it. There's one more, right? Which one is this? This looks like the Halloween thing from Stormwind. So I won't rate that either. Is that Stormwind? I don't know which one that is. The OG one. All right. That's basically it, boys. Kind of fun. Actually, you know what? Going through all these is kind of sick because there's some really good boards. Hearthstone's really good at the aesthetic aspect. Like it's such a good game. It's so good.